Hello Virgo, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. For others of you, this could be a relationship that you're in right now. However, there is a lack of communication. For a small portion of you, you could be in this connection. It could be a situationship. There's a whole lot of energy there, a lot of sensual energy, but no one's really speaking up. A lot of chemistry, but hardly any communication. Wow, Virgo. Oh, what is going on here? Very difficult cards. Okay, this is good. This is your person of interest, actually. They're freaking out. Why am I laughing? Oh, it's karma. Okay. So, let's have a look here. You guys can see that? Okay. Virgo, first off, my goodness, you guys do have here, and this is your person of interest, okay? This is not really you. However, because of the intensity of these cards, it could be that some of you feel this way too. It could be. Now, let's have a look. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards, which I call dark and dreary cards. That's illness, wellness, that's fear, that's an issue with beliefs and opinions. Here we have crisis, being very overwhelmed. Now, many of you know I do interpret these cards differently. Like, this is not the original way they were supposed to be interpreted. Here we have illness, wellness, first card the strongest, followed by responsibility, fear, beauty, sensuality, wisdom, beliefs, awakening, crisis under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, sometimes I don't express this to you, and I have not in the past. But there are things that weigh me down. Responsibilities, burdens, restrictions, constraints. The circumstances around me. I am unable to release myself from this and be with you the way that you would like me to be. And so I stay below the surface of this water, wanting to reach you, this shining sun, but I can't. So much has happened, and there is emotional trauma, certain things I never really told you about, things that weigh me down. Now I feel a sense of despair, desperation, depression, and hopelessness. Wanting to come above the surface and see your shining face, the warmth, the love, the light, but I just can't. Because there are things that carry me down. They weigh me down. And I've realized now that this entire time, I was not responsible. If anything, I noticed now that I was, in this connection, very irresponsible. You couldn't really depend on me. I wasn't very reliable. But I realize this now. And I want to be different. I want to take more responsibility for the things that I have said and done, and for the things that I never said that I should have, the things that I never did that I should have done. Why am I doing this now? Because I'm afraid. I'm fearful, I'm paranoid, and I do feel, when I think of you, I feel anxiety. I feel nervous. A long time ago, I may have approached you and acted as if I was very confident, that I had a lot of self-esteem, that is very secure. Well, now there are a lot of insecurities, and I don't have that self-esteem anymore. I don't have confidence anymore. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel worthy of you. I feel you deserve better, and I feel that in this connection, I am now worthless. Because I see how beautiful of a human being you are. You are someone who is, for me, brilliant like the sun. You are one with nature. And through the looking glass, you hold up this mirror. And I know that I can see my reflection. The thing is, I like what I see with you, but I don't like what I see when I look at my reflection. Who I've become. The things that I've done. I don't like that. I see that you are someone who's beautiful not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. Your charm, your personality, your charisma, your talents, everything about you that's on the inside makes you beautiful, as well as on the outside. And I'm also nervous now because I realize how intense I feel about you sensually. I feel this pull towards you. And I also know that sometimes I have done things that I've regretted. I shouldn't have done what I did. I took you for granted. I did not value you. I started to manipulate you sexually, emotionally, and psychologically, just to get my way. But now, things have changed. Virgo, I am wiser. I am no longer the same. You may not see this, you may not know this, because we're at a distance. We don't talk much. But I am wiser. I've learned a lesson. I've learned from my mistakes. And I don't want to repeat it. But I also understand that looks aren't everything. Just being in a connection because of the way one looks, that was my mistake. There's more to you. It's not just that you are an object. No, nobody is an object. There's things about you that are just so sensual. You make me melt. But I know that the reasoning behind why I did what I did, it's not justified. And I've also come to the realization now, I believe and I understand that my beliefs, you and I were born and brought up in very different ways. We have very different ways of thinking. My mindset versus yours, my morals, ethics, my culture, rituals, customs, background, ethnic background, religion, everything. It's so different. We are different. And I've come to the realization that the reason why we have become so distant, what's pushed us far apart, are the differences of what I think versus what you think versus what society thinks, and the way it has always been, the societal norm. I see things finally, Virgo, from your perspective. I can see things from your lens. I've put myself into your shoes. And I've come to the conclusion that what I did was wrong. And now I am just simply overwhelmed. I can't think straight anymore. You see, before I would impose the way I believed things to be. We were not on the same page. Our opinions and our differences were quite vast. The problem is, I would want you to think the way I do, never considering your side. But now I have grown wiser. Now I have awakened. Now I see that yes, there were a lot of differences between you and I. And I never really supported you the way that I should have, the way that you deserved. Right now, there's a lot of mental anguish, frustration, impatience in my mind. My emotions are all over the place and I need time to sort them out. I'm very overwhelmed right now because of all of the things that have happened. The way I feel about you. I need time to sort out my emotions and make sense of it all. All I know is that I'm quite upset and I want to take responsibility, but I feel that that time is gone. At the very least, Virgo, I have learned a lesson from someone as beautiful as you, and I see what I did. And it's so raw that I still know that it affected you this way. It makes me feel very overwhelmed. And I can't think straight. And it makes me feel very overwhelmed. And I can't think straight. I don't know what to do. All right. Virgo. This was pretty intense, guys. I mean, definitely your person of interest here, they have realized a few things. What my concern is, I do not see the grief card, right? Sure, we have wisdom, but where's the grief? The grief card, it's needed. The feeling of grief is needed in order to make sure and understand that, you know what, I've done this and I'm never going to do this again. Because there's simply just a realization here, but a fear. There's paranoia. Unfortunately, guys, I see here just two cards that are so... They're just talking about your personality, beauty and sensuality. You're very beautiful. You're very sensual. But that's it, guys. I mean, the rest of these are, for me, different categories. This talks about you, physically, how you appear. But the rest of it is definitely a lot of differences here. So this person has realized, they've come to a realization. This is the awakening card, but also wisdom. The beliefs. Now, for some of you who are new, the beliefs card, for me, it talks about a whole bunch of things. This could be a third-party situation. That doesn't have to be just an affair. It could be that there's differences in the way you guys think. The time, energy, and effort that one deserves, they are not receiving because somebody's giving time, energy, and effort to something else or to someone else. For others of you, this could talk about a difference in the way they viewed the connection. You may have wanted to be more committed, more exclusive, but this person was not. Their mindset was different, you see. Then for some of you, this could also be someone who is only going with what their family says, with what their traditions, their customs, their rituals, right? Their ethnic background, their racial background. So there are certain types of commonalities, but differences also. And the differences here outweighed the common. This is the issue here. There was too many things that happened that created a rift. It pushed you guys far apart. Sometimes this also talks about external influences where your person of interest, or even you, may have been influenced by other people because of the way that someone's telling you that this is how you're supposed to do things. This is how it's always been. So, guys, let me know in the comments below if any of that has resonated. It's not good, but that's the way it is in life. You know, sometimes we are born and brought up in a place, a society, a family, and we have friends or certain things like that, and we may think one thing, but they have different views, and we become influenced. So this is not you, but this is your person of interest. In this connection, there could have been external issues. Oh dear. We have here desire. Oh, yikes. And we have here the Queen of Cups. All right. So for those of you who are new, this reading I like to do in the reverse. And also I read this a little bit into your past. So certain things happened where you thought everything was going great, but then something changed. Something shifted and everything just started to go downhill. And you're wondering, what happened? Is this my fault? Did I do this? Hopefully we will find out what's going on in this person's heart and mind. Not now, but in the past. Some of it has changed still, but I still see that they do have that desire for you on a physical level. This is for those of you that never received any closure, and you deserve the closure. This person could have ghosted you. They could have faded over time. This person could have just breadcrumbed you and abandoned you. And you're wondering, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Some of you may still be thinking that this is your fault. However, these cards actually indicate otherwise, guys. This is not a you problem. This is a them problem. Let's have a look. We have here desire. Being pulled by desire. This is what this person was feeling. Movement was needed into the next phase of life. This person started to feel very impatient. They were trapped by desires that felt unquenchable. Inconvenient timing. Disregard or insensitivity. Disregard or insensitivity to the importance around yourself. So this person was trapped by sexual desires that felt unquenchable no matter how many times they had you. No matter how many rounds you guys had. It was just never enough. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's why they found you still to be so beautiful and so sensual, which is great. But like I said, you're not an object, right? This person treated somebody here like an object, guys. Somebody here felt like an object. Somebody here felt misused. Somebody here felt that this person was maybe a player. The desire was so great that it was just about the physical. And they didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of this connection. I'm also seeing the words emotionally detached. So this person wasn't really attaching to you on an emotional level. So it was also inconvenient timing. This could be that simply you may have been working, studying, doing something else, and this person just did not have the time to dedicate to you. It could have been that this person felt that the timing was very inconvenient. For some of you, if this is a third-party situation, it could also be that you may be with somebody already, or they were with someone, and a third person got into this connection, and you're thinking, oh man, if only I met this person 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or maybe down the road if we could have met. Now is not the right time, because I'm still going through that, quote, divorce or separation or something like that. But the timing here is inconvenient for this person. This could be because of any type of factor, okay? That's just a scenario. Just keep that in mind. It could be anything that may have caused the timing to be very inconvenient. Queen of Cups. Let's have a look. Now, this is also in the reverse. Aha. This talks about a lack. Now, this is your person of interest, a lack of soulfulness, a lack of emotion, not really feeling very inspired, and a lack of receptivity. Interesting. This person did not appreciate at some point in time your beauty, the intimacy, and the love. Ooh, seductive emotions. This person could not express love in order to nurture you. They were feeling overwhelmed by emotions that need sorting out. The need to take control of these feelings. For them, this creates disharmonious relationships. Oh my God. Okay, guys, this is what happened, okay? This person was sensually or sexually, physically very much attracted to you. That was the main purpose of their situation. That, like, the reason why they were with you. But then remember you had the crisis card over here? Like, God forbid, it's a crisis. Oh my goodness. Bloody hell, this person started to fall in love with you and they started to take a step back and they just wanted to be there for the physical intimacy. It's like, God forbid, any emotions come in. This is ridiculous. But this does happen, people, okay? With the beliefs card, like I said, this person may have just wanted to be in a strictly physical connection with you, and you thought that we were committed, you thought that we were going to be exclusive, so on and so forth. Here, too many cards are popping out where it does show me that your opinions versus theirs were very different. In your heart, in your mind, you thought you were actually headed somewhere. And this person was not on the same path as you. At some point, they had turned on a different path and they were walking alone. And you were still walking on one path thinking that you're together. I'm sorry, this is very upsetting. It's very upsetting, in fact, because you invested your time, energy, and effort in your love, right? And this person. Now, feelings of being overwhelmed by emotions that need sorting out, those are the exact same words I just said when we were talking about the crisis card. So this is double confirmed, guys. This person was very overwhelmed by feelings of emotions, and therefore they took a step back because they did not want to be emotionally vulnerable. Now, I'm sorry to say, if you're in a connection and the person's not wanting to be emotionally vulnerable, is that the type of connection you really want? Do you really want that? No, you don't. If you are looking for a hookup, if you're looking for, just some fun, I guess, which I don't believe in. But, I mean, in the sense that I don't believe it's correct and right for you, for anybody. Because it creates a lot of negativity and a lot of negative energy gets attached when you do things like that. The problem here is that two people started on a path, the same way, and then it started to shift. For some of you, not all of you, this is a general love reading. I recommend that you have a look before I move forward. Let me just say this. I have another channel, Asnointia Audio. It's on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free. Have a look at the video that's called Casual Connections, Hookup Culture, Friends with Benefits. I think that's the thumbnail. That's what it says. Okay? Have a look at that because there I've explained exactly the situation that you see here. And the only reason I make those is because a lot of you go through the same things. It does not matter what part of the world you're from. Everybody's going through the same thing. And on average, I've seen these patterns, these trends. So that's why I also created content on that other channel. That's why I created the channel. Because I see a lot of things that I am aware of now. And I can share that knowledge with you guys. All right. Oh, sneaky behavior indeed. All right. Gray clouds. I don't like this. These cards are not so happy, but this is okay. This is a transition. This is a change that's occurring in your life. Now, we have here 7 of Cups. So this does show me that your person of interest here, they realize, back up. This is for those of you that are looking to see, does this person have any intentions towards you, any actions, any plans? That's what this is. So the 7 of Cups, it does show that your person of interest here is daydreaming. They're procrastinating. That's not good. They're very immature in a way. They're not taking responsibility whatsoever. Not only that, but they know that you are at the heart and the center of what they want. Out of all the temptations around, they do want you. But the problem is they're not doing anything about it. What's the use, right? Actions speak louder than words. We also have here the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is definitely the sneaky card. This person is trying to be clever. Now, this could be because of the beliefs card, okay? If it's a third-party situation in any sort of way, maybe your work colleagues are not allowed to date, right? Maybe that's a rule. So that could also be the case. That somebody here's doing something sneaky behind the scenes. There's some type of a restriction or some type of a realization that we cannot be together, but this person wants to go against that, against the norm, right? And I did say the norm earlier with the beliefs card in the beginning. They want to go against the norm. They're trying to be sneaky. They're trying to get their way, but they do want to be in your life by hook or by crook. And we have here the 2 of Pentacles. Guys, this person could also, I'm sorry, they might also be in a third party I'm seeing here. They may have something going on in their life that is, like I said, very overwhelming. Here, this person's very overwhelmed because they are juggling many things. 2 things, 2 people, could be 2 families. This person, and this person's most likely, someone that you're not connecting with right now, somebody from your past, most likely. They are thinking about you. They are definitely trying to juggle many things all at once. This could be opportunities, jobs, this could be other responsibilities. However, the issue now is that, sure, they're trying to create a balance, they're trying to juggle these priorities. The issue is that they no longer can do that anymore. They feel very overwhelmed. So this is interesting. This is a repetitive word that keeps coming up now. 3 times this has popped up. They're very overwhelmed. Now, here, the overwhelmment is not with you, but it's literally with work. So they're so overwhelmed at work, and they're so overwhelmed with other tasks, responsibilities, chores, things like that, that they cannot dedicate the time, energy, and effort that they need to towards you. They can't give that to you. And with the 7 of Swords, it does talk about starting something that may be forbidden, a forbidden love. Here we also have the 7 of Pentacles. So I do see here your person of interest feels that they have dedicated some time, energy, and effort into this connection, and they're waiting to see what the results will be. The overall arching theme, your person of interest here has had enough. They want to move on from the situation. They want to move on from the feeling of being overwhelmed. And they want that silence in their mind. Right now it's like static in their mind, too much going on all at the same time. And they want to have a better future, but a future that is a bit more calm and not so intense the way it is right now. All right. Very, very interesting. All right, guys. What do I see this person doing? Honest to God, I don't see them doing anything. They're waiting around. They're trying to be sneaky. They may approach you in a very sneaky way, but they're still going to be very overwhelmed. And they're waiting. They're waiting to see what happens next. The word's in Hindi, but lingering on, I would say. This person's having you they're limbo. Yeah. Limbo is the word here. So they're just kind of leaving the situation and you in limbo, and it's like, you're going to wonder, where are we headed? Is there anything that's happening in this connection? Wow, guys. My recommendation, I don't like what I see. I don't like it. This person's, no. They're not being as genuine as they should be. They're not being as loving or expressive as they should be. And the problem right now with these cards that we just saw, I don't even see any form of guilt. Like, they don't even think that what they did or what they're doing is wrong. That's just their mindset. So keep in mind, I would suggest that you think twice about this person. I'm seeing the words, let go and move on. I'm seeing that. All right, so I have here the Beginner's Tarot. Nope. Wow. The Beginner's Tarot. That was the one previously. This is Archangel Answer Cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. I have here messages that are going to be brought to you by archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Wow. Nice, heavy fall right there. Big, happy changes. Excellent. You deserve better, Virgo. You deserve better. You're a very gentle soul, very sensitive soul. And you should only be surrounded by gentle people, gentle words, gentle situations, because it does affect your energy. Aha. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I see here a spiritually based romantic connection. An opportunity. All right. Peaceful resolution. Okay, Virgo. So we have here, first card's the strongest, big, happy changes. So there's going to be changes. They're going to be big. And you're going to be happy about it. If you believe, then certain things in this connection, or even in your life, they will manifest. However, I will get to this card later. You can only manifest if you have more positive energy than negative. You need more positive energy in order to get what you want for the greater good of all. Here we also have perfect timing. So certain things are going to happen. There's certain desires, wishes, and hopes and dreams that you have. And things will happen in due time, but here we do have perfect timing. It's supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. Okay, not when you just kind of want it to. This is divine timing. All right. So whatever I see in terms of this person, honestly, I do see a really slow-paced evolution. I don't see anything moving anytime fast. This person doesn't even realize what they're doing is wrong. Actually, that's the other issue. They don't have repentance. They don't have guilt. They don't have regret. They don't have self-doubt. They don't have that type of feeling. We also have here romance. So in perfect timing, something is going to change. Now in this little wee corner here, we have perfect timing. An opportunity will come to you for a romantic relationship. Now this could be something new. This could be someone new. And whoever this person is, they also have a spiritual connection with you. You guys could be twin flame soulmates or karmic partners. We also have here abundance. Now, with the abundance card, it does talk about how in your life, yes, oh my gosh, you got both these cards, I just realized, abundance and opportunity. So that's a 10 out of 10. That does mean that something absolutely phenomenal is going to occur in your life, and you are going to be very abundant. This new, or maybe the existing, two storylines, romantically based relationship is going to have a lot of abundance. However, I'm seeing the numbers. 12 to 15% of you. 12 to 15% of you are going to stick with this person. The majority of you, you are not going to. The majority of you are actually going to take an opportunity because it's going to bring about a lot of abundance, and it is a spiritually based romantic connection. That's how many individuals here are going to move on for the new, and I recommend that you do that, because the other person, I don't see the type of cards that you need to have in order to be. This person doesn't even realize what they did was wrong. They don't even think it was wrong. There is such a thing as right and wrong, morally, right, ethically, and emotionally. What makes you feel right, right? This person didn't even realize that. They still don't. It's best not to be in that type of company, guys. Here we have peaceful resolution. At some point in time, you are going to find peace. You are going to realize that you'll be able to forgive this person in a way where You're going to think, you know what? I'm going to forgive them just as Jesus has taught us. I'm going to forgive them by having compassion. Having compassion. That, you know what? This person just didn't know any better. And that's it. And that's the easiest way to forgive. However, peaceful resolution, sure. You can talk, you can chit-chat. I do see that this person is going to try, even if you are with someone. Even if you find someone. Remember, you had the 7 of Swords. I still see this person trying to reach out to you, even if you are in a connection with someone else. So, be mindful, be careful. Let's not jeopardize what we have. Sure, there can be a peaceful resolution, but that doesn't mean that you go out with this person. I wouldn't recommend that, because they're going to try to be sneaky. Now, sneaky doesn't just mean they're going to try to, connect with you or have an affair with you or whatever. But it also means that whatever you do, that can affect the connection that you may be finding in the future too. So let's stay on a positive path. Let's look forward. And let's not look backwards, because I don't see this person being the type of individual that you can have in a long-term committed connection. Now, keep in mind, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. However, what I see is that, and that's what I'm expressing to you guys. Virgo, that officially finishes your reading. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. This was a very different and very unique reading. It was. I really would like to hear if you guys could share your stories. I do read the stories as much as I can, and I try to reply as much as I can. And sometimes I use this as motivation and inspiration to create content on my other channel, which is Asnointia Audio. That is also on YouTube. I just mentioned that earlier with the thumbnail that I was talking about regarding friends with benefits, casual connections, hookup culture, stuff like that. Now, not all of you are like that. I know that. You know that, right? Many of you here want commitment. However, sometimes we get involved with people that may not be on the same path as us. In the beginning, they may be, but as time goes on, they start to change. So that's why I thought that might be a good one for you guys to have a look at too. Please keep in mind on that channel, I do have relationship-related advice videos. I also have some on past life and spiritual connections. And I also have one that's on negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things from your life. This is jinns, demons, evil spirits, things like that, so that whatever's owed to you karmically can come to you. Now, some of you may also be wondering, is that channel for free? Yes, it is. It is for free, just like this channel. It's for your educational reasons, for educational purposes. That's why I've actually created it. And it is based on all the trends and patterns that I've seen over time that I've done these readings. Because I do personal readings, and many of you do ask, do I do personal readings? Yes. And some of you may want to get a personal reading after you see this. The link is below to my website. That's www.asnointia.com. Go to the rates and packages section and you'll see that I have some available. Right now I do have the express reading, which is a love reading that I have available. That is an audio plus a PDF. So you get a lot of information. What this person's feeling, what are the obstacles, what are the challenges, and certain things that they want to tell you that they're just not telling you deep down. Also, I have, for some of you, because we've had the past life card here, I do past life readings, and please keep in mind not all of the readings are in the past. I've had some anomalies, what I call it. 4% of the readings, I would say, is probably set at a different time and place, meaning they're not in the past. They may be situated in the future. And some of them are not even from planet Earth. But like I said, those are anomalies. It hardly happens. Very rare. And when it does, it's more difficult for me because I don't even know what I'm seeing and how to explain it to you guys. But they're really fascinating, some of the readings that I do. So if you can't let go of this person, if you're finding it difficult to move on, if you're finding it difficult and thinking that you're obsessed, right? If you find that you're obsessing over this person, then definitely I'd recommend that you get the past life package for sure. And all of the packages, guys, that I have descriptions for all of them. So please do read the description so you know exactly what to expect. I also have one that is to help you get rid of negative energies. Now, this includes jinns, demons, evil spirits, things that may be causing problems in your life. And these packages that I have, some are self-help guides, and there's different scenarios, so please do read through the titles and the description to understand what it's all about. There's different guides that I have for different situations. And then there's the one package that I have, which is with a reading. That is a chakra checkup package. So I do have the ability of remotely viewing the negative energies that exist in your home, around your aura, that are hovering, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. So I tell you what you have, how many you have, and how to get rid of them from your life. Why is it important? Because whatever you have planned right now, they've thrown in a monkey wrench, okay? The devil throws in a monkey wrench. Sure, your fate and destiny is rewritten, but sometimes these obstacles may create problems. Whatever's written to you or whatever's owed to you, these negative energies act in a way where they do throw in a monkey wrench, like I said. And I've said that before. The devil throws in a monkey wrench. And what happens is that over time, whatever's owed to you karmically may not come. So it's important to get rid of these obstacles because you can't manifest if you have negative energies that are blocking you. So with that, it's important for you to get rid of these negative energies so that whatever's written in your book of life, it will come to you. Whatever's owed to you karmically, it will come to you. But it's very difficult when you're surrounded by negative energies. Now, this could be because of the people that you're around. Yourself may be feeling very stressed. There's stress, anxiety, depression, and it weighs you down, but it changes your vibration. And so I help you get rid of that stuff, and then it's just a pure you, a rebooted you. There's a misalignment maybe between your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. You don't know. There may be some trauma there, soul trauma, emotional trauma. And so because of that, it attracts negative energy. So I teach you how to get rid of that. And then you create a better balance in your life, and then everyone's happy. Now, for some of you, if you feel somebody's done witchcraft, voodoo, hexes, curses, black magic on you, this will also get rid of that. This is the chakra checkup package, right? Now, also, for some of you that may feel in your home, you have some poltergeist activities, you have negative energies there, anything. Shadow people, you have, for example, sleep paralysis, any sort of negative feelings or supernatural feelings that are unwanted, right? Sort of actions that may be taking place and you know it. This will also bring more peace and harmony in your home as well. So it's an all-inclusive package. It's the real deal. I've been through many things in my life, and so I ended up creating something, honestly, trial and error, and this works. So I'm very happy that I created it. It's helped a lot of people out there. And if you don't want something too in-depth, definitely you can get the Holy Light package, which is one of the self-help guides. It does not come with a reading, but it is the same principle. And it'll help you clear your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments, and I try to reply back as much as I can. But if I don't, please do feel free. Read each other's comments, talk to each other. That's why I have the comments open here for everyone to mix, intermingle, start talking, and help each other. And I want to do that because a lot of us are going through the same thing. All right, guys, please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all again. You take care. Stay safe. Bye now.